Why can't most people shed excess fat? Because it's hard work. Way too many people think that because they've tried and failed, they must be missing some sort of secret trick. They go looking for hacks, shortcuts, fad diets and other magic solutions instead of understanding that the thing that they're missing is the discipline to do the work, to cut calorie consumption and increase calorie expenditure, and to stick with it for the long haul. Way too many people look at the scale after a couple of days or even a couple of weeks and they don't see any progress. They might even see their weight tick up a bit because they don't understand that the half-pound of fat they've lost is being offset by overhydration or an increase in the weight of bowel contents due to changes in the type of food they're eating. So they quit, or start looking for some other trick or hack, instead of waiting for success to show itself on the scale and build some psychological reinforcement that helps them keep it up. This is especially evident for people who aren't really that far overweight, because the closer you are to your healthy target weight, the more the body fights to retain fat tissue. They look at some people who successfully lose 50 or 100 pounds and say, if they can do that, why can't I lose 10? The answer is that those last 10 pounds are absolutely the hardest to lose, but for somebody who actually starts out 100 pounds overweight, some biological switches have already been thrown and psychological switches, too, so it's still easier to lose the last 10 pounds out of 100 than it is to lose the first 10 out of 15. As for people who truly are extremely overweight, again it's about doing the hard work, but many such people face both physical and psychological problems that make that hard work even harder, to the point of being nearly impossible without intensive medical intervention. And unfortunately, there are way too many people out there telling others that it is easy. It's not easy, and way too many of the people who claim otherwise are selling something. If it were easy, there would be no way to keep the secret that unlocks the solution. Everyone would know how and everybody would be losing weight. They're not, therefore there is no secret. QED. Why people become overweight. Everyone knows some people who can eat ice cream, cake, and whatever else they want and still not gain weight. At the other extreme are people who seem to gain weight no matter how little they eat. Why? What are the causes of obesity? What allows one person to remain thin without effort but demands that another struggle to avoid gaining weight or regaining the pounds he or she has lost previously? On a very simple level, your weight depends on the number of calories you consume, how many of those calories you store, and how many you burn up. But each of these factors is influenced by a combination of genes and environment. Both can affect your physiology, such as how fast you burn calories, as well as your behavior, the types of foods you choose to eat, for instance. The interplay between all these factors begins at the moment of your conception and continues throughout your life. The calorie equation. The balance of calories stored and burned depends on your genetic makeup, your level of physical activity, and your resting energy expenditure, the number of calories your body burns while at rest. If you consistently burn all of the calories that you consume in the course of a day, you will maintain your weight. If you consume more energy, calories, than you expend, you will gain weight. Excess calories are stored throughout your body as fat. Your body stores this fat within specialized fat cells, adipose tissue, either by enlarging fat cells, which are always present in the body, or by creating more of them. If you decrease your food intake and consume fewer calories than you burn up, or if you exercise more and burn up more calories, your body will reduce some of your fat stores. When this happens, fat cells shrink, along with your waistline. Getting rid of it is often easier than keeping it off. The problem is often what people are not willing to give up in order to lose the weight. If you change your attitude to what you consider as food, you stand a chance. If you change your mind as to what constitutes a portion of food, you have a chance. If you admit that it will take the help of others to make you strong enough to do this, you stand a chance. If you can say to your friends and family that you don't eat that way anymore, you stand a chance. If you can say to yourself that there is no just this time, you stand a chance. If you can remove the term comfort from your food, you stand a chance. If you can eliminate the things you are addicted to from your diet and menu and shopping list, you stand a chance. And last but not least, if you can do this every day going forward, you stand a chance. Here's the bad news. Statistically, only 1% of people who try are successful long-term. They lose it and keep it off 5 years and longer. Why? For all the reasons I wrote above, the biggest being accepting that you need to make change in your life with food if you want to see change in your life. 1% is not a magic number. It is merely a measure of how many stick to it, completing their weight loss goal and keeping their weight down. It is a statistic. You are not. You don't have 1.76 children, or 2.38 cars, etc. You have what you have. You decide what to do, and follow through, and can see success ahead of you. If you follow some basic rules around food, nutrition, biology, psychology, exercise, and a few more, you can do this. Are you malleable enough to change your thinking, and therefore, your behavior? Are you stubborn enough to stick with it?